free sewing practice. More practice, I guess, placing the pattern pieces and sewing them together. This pattern is not as clean as the pattern was for when we use the segment sewing tool. So this one you're going to have to use the free sewing tool. And if you don't believe me, you can try using the segment one. You'll see it's not totally going to work the way you want it to. Also, what might be important too is to make sure you're familiar with this type of pattern. This is a raglan long sleeve baseball style t-shirt. So this thing in the middle is the sleeve. This top part right here is actually part of the neck. This is part of the neckline, and then the back. This is part of the back neckline as well. So that's kind of a little tricky for people. This little curve is part of the armhole, would get sewn to this armhole, panning over, and then armhole here, armhole there. So, I mean, I know not everybody has super skilled pattern drafting skills at this point. So if you're a little confused, just watch me do it and you'll learn something new, I guess. Okay, so how about if we start by placing this on our avatar. So we need our arrangement points. There we go. Maybe I will start with the front. Here we are. I guess I'll just scoot it out of the way for a second and find my point. That looks pretty good. That's a good point. And then the neck band. Okay, I'm going to scoot in. Maybe I'll pick this one on the shoulder. What's that going to do for us? I think that's good. And you know what? I'm going to get the gizmo and just scoot it in a little bit and we'll see what happens. I think that's fine for right now. Yeah, maybe even this one I can bring up. But you really don't have to be that perfect. The software is smarter than you think. Okay, I'm going to do the sleeve and I'm going to hold the cuff. I want to do them at the same time. I don't want to do it separate. So let's see. I'm going to hit number 6. I can just pick probably, yeah, right here is good. Now I just need the back. I hit number 8. That's fine. I guess I could scoot it up if I want because I did the other side. Again, I don't think I even have to. Okay, and then now this band here, I'm going to try to get it on her side. I guess I'll just do that one for right now and lift it up. See what happens there. I hit 2. Okay, cool. So I guess I will start sewing this guy together. Like I said, the segment sewing tool is not going to work. So this is excellent time for you to practice with the free sewing tool, which honestly, I like this one better once you get kind of comfortable with it. You just have more control, I think. So why don't we start with the neckline? Oopsies, I did not want M to N. Sorry, let me go back. I hit the wrong one. There we go. Okay. So the neckline, I'm going to start here. And you know what? Actually, I changed my mind. I'm going to start here. So I'm going to click right there. You click one time, and then you click to finish. Okay, so I'm done with that half of the stitching or side of the stitching. Now I'm going to go sew it to the neckline. So I'm going to click once here. There's my blue dot. So I'm going to assume they're the same length. Cool. Okay, now this is also part of the neck on the sleeve. So I'm going to click that. And then click to finish. I'm going to go over here and click that dot where I last sewed. I'm going to use that handy blue dot. It's like, hey, this is the same length. So I'm just assuming I don't have a fancy rib trim that's being pulled. Okay, and then my last one, I'm going to click right here and finish it off. I'm going to pan over to the back, click, and click. So that's my neckline, which is good. Now I need to sew this seam to this seam. So I'm going to start here, going down, click. I started at the neck. So when I sew to this seam, it would not be wise if I started at the underarm. I should also click here at the neck. That way I'm going the same direction. If you don't do that, it'll be twisted. You'll just have to untwist it. I'm going to start the neck again, do the other side. And sew it to this arm. Okay, let's see here. I need this body, the side seam. This is the back bodice. I need that sewn to the front bodice. We can also be doing it in the 3D side if that's easier for you. I'm going to sew the cuff to the sleeve. I need to sew. Now, I could probably switch to the segment tool for this, right? Because they happen to be the same length. It's a little faster. You just click one time as opposed to clicking twice. Okay, but I'm going to go back to my free sewing tool because I need to sew this band on. So I'm going to click the front and sew this band. Clicking once, click twice, panning, click, and click. I think I have everything. I just switched to the edit sewing tool right now. Okay. Oh, it looks pretty crazy. Okay, before I simulate, I'm going to go ahead and select everything and make a copy of it. I'm going to right click, symmetric pattern with sewing, and place it right next to it. Okay, I'm actually just with, my gizmo, I'm going to click it once the gizmo comes up. I'm going to scooch it a little bit closer. Okay, then what I want to do is I'm going to do the edit pattern tool, Z, it's a keyboard shortcut, and I'm going to click one time on this center front seam. I'm going to right click, I'm going to merge it. I just want that to be the same pattern actually. And I'm going to do that also on the back. Oops, I don't know, I just tried to rotate. Oops. Panning. So I'm just going to click once here on the center back seam. I'm going to right click and we're going to say merge. I need to sew, actually I don't need to sew my, what do you call it, this rib together. Maybe I'll just merge it at center front as well. Ah! I'm going to try to pan. Okay, so this guy to this point. Okay, so it's these two. So I'm going to select this guy, and all I have to do is right click and merge because they are symmetrically connected. Is that good? Is this going to work? Oh, I know. I have to sew the back. So I'm going to pick probably just this segment one for the back rib. I didn't merge it. I'm going to put a stitch line, I guess, in the back. Click. And then my rib trim as well needs to be sewn. I guess I can merge the front as well, so sew it. So I switched over to the Z, I selected it, I'm going to right click, we're going to say merge, and then I'll use a segment sewing tool just to click the back. So that gets sewn together. Okay, I think it's good. Let's see. The cuff is so far off of her. Should I take more time and fix it? I probably should, huh? I have a feeling, yeah, it's not going to get in, so that's okay. So I'm just going to go ahead and select this guy, and I'm going to go just move it so it's like around her hand. Okay, let's see if that was helpful. Here we go. I'm simulating. Okay, yeah, so it looks like her thumbs got stuck in the fabric, so I'm going to click and drag but with this hand tool and see if I can rip it out. Yeah, oh dear, I went kind of crazy. Okay, let's see if I can bring it back down here. Get it down like, there we go. That's better. Maybe this guy too, come on, come on. Okay, cool. Okay, and then unsimulate, simulate again. Okay, and you're like, oh, there's a hole in it. Ooh, then maybe I pulled it too far. So if there is, that can be fixed as well. Let me show you guys. The easiest way to do that would probably be to select some of the mesh. Okay, so what I'm gonna do, and it's easier to select on the 2D. Okay, so where's my sleeve? So I'm kind of selecting right here on the 3D. So it'll show me where that is on the 2D. Okay, so it looks like it's right here. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna select now on the 2D, like right here, just so you get kind of a cleaner selection. I'm gonna grab that hand. Oh, That did not work. Let me try it again. There we go. Okay, the hand's already there. Let me try that. Let's see if that worked. Oh, a little bit more like that. Nah. Okay, I think I did it. Yeah, I was able to kind of pull it out. So that's a little intermediate. You can actually just select specifically part of the mesh instead of just like pulling randomly. We will practice that a ton. I just kind of ran into that, so I thought I'd share it with you and show you. But again, this is just meant to be more practice using these tools. Good luck, and I hope you are able to figure it out. If not, let me know.